Hello everybody and welcome yourselves back to the ECC where today we're going to be having ourselves the Champions Division playoffs. Of course we got the four teams, Serenity Crimson, Godalions, Aether, Sakura Blues and AVX facing off for the Champions Division title and promotion into the Legends Division. So it's going to be some exciting stuff. But before we get any further into this, we're of course going to introduce ourselves. Of course, my name is Faded, and joining me in the casting booth is Savvy. How are you today, man?
I'm doing great. A little bit of a spontaneous cast going on here, but I'm really excited to see some Champs Div gameplay. Uh, we know that anything can happen in this division. Any team can be any team at the top, so really excited to see how this turns out.
Yeah, I'm the same. Of course, yeah, spontaneous cast. This is kind of a little bit of a scramble, but we're here now, so that's all that matters. So, anyways, our first match today is going to be, of course, in the semi-finals. We're going to be having Serenity Crimson playing Godalions Aether. This is the number 1 versus number 4 team, and we'll have a quick rundown of the rosters. So, Serenity Crimson, they're starting on at 4 today, as I do know, is going to be JR, Drazo, and Limits, and then their subs are Steffi and Nuggets. And then on the side of Godalions, it's going to be Havoc, Chaotix, Cubographics, Shimmy, and Horizon. And the records for both these teams, the Serenity team, they're 9-0 in the standings right now. They did not lose a single series throughout league play, whereas Godalions Aether, they are 6-3. So quite a big difference here. And just having a quick look, I can really quickly bring up their previous results against each other. Um, Let me just find them. Yeah, I'm completely blind. There we go. Serenity Crimson got a 3-1 win last time they played in League Play, which I believe was in the third week. So Crimson, they do have the advantage here, but of course it is a best of 7 in this one. So yes, Abby, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this match so far. What do you think could potentially happen here?
Well, obviously Serenity are coming in as the big favourites, beating Godalions in league play. Not super comfortably, but they didn't have to sweat uh, the hardest they've ever had to. But Godalions taking a game in league play, and since then, I know them personally, they've improved quite a lot since then, grinding very hard. So I really think anyone can win this. I know first versus fourth is usually assumed win for the first place team, but I think today we'll have a little bit of a different result.
Yeah, I do hope maybe we can get somewhat of a different result. Of course, the best of 7, really anything can happen. It's completely different from a best of 5, but I know there's a pretty big difference between these two teams. Serenity Crimson, they don't practice very much together. They're more of a pickup team, but the advantage they have over any other team in this division is that they have some very mechanical players. JR and Drazel and Limits, as well as Steffi, and even Nuggets as well, like all 5 of them, you can just put them together and they can just play incredibly well, but there's a disadvantage that comes with that, and that's the fact that, their team play isn't very well developed, and we've seen before, I think I've seen when they played AVX, very heavily exploited that, by, exploiting the lack of defensive rotation, and they just basically kept hanging on the backboard and eventually they would score. But as soon as they stopped doing that, Crimson just went all over them because they could just go ahead and score goals because their mechanics were so superior to them. They could just do that, and I feel like Godalions, if they want a chance, they kind of have to shut that down. I feel like, but I think now we're gonna hop into the predictions, Savvy. So I think we'll give it to you first. Who have you got to win this series?
Well, I think it's going to be, it really could go either way, but definitely Serenity coming in as favourites, like I said earlier. Going 9-0 in league play is no easy feat. I reckon they're going to take the series about 4-2.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I have to go with the Serenity boys as well. I think I'll give this a 4-1 scoreline for this one. I think Godalions, they can definitely surprise Serenity in some aspects and be able to take a game, but I think Serenity, they're just too strong of a team. You know, they have a lot of skill on their side. I would even argue they could be a Legends Division caliber roster just by the players alone. Of course, they maybe wouldn't be able to do so well there because of their team play, but I said it from the start of the season that they're a Legends Division team and they proved it. So I think they will have a pretty, I wouldn't say easy time here. I know Godalions will be able to, match up to them somewhat well, but I feel like it's going to be a pretty close, well, not pretty close, but I feel like it's going to be a matchup that Crimson should be able to take pretty handily, shall we say. Shouldn't be too much bother for them. So that's what I think will happen, and we are still waiting. Oh no, we're not waiting. Never mind, I'm blind. We've got everyone in here in the server, so I think we will get started with our first series. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Serenity Crimson taking on Godalions Aether in the semi-finals of the Champions Division at playoffs. We'll be right back after this map animation. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are into the first game of the Champions Division playoffs. Serenity Crimson and Godalions Aether taking on each other. It looks to be Chaotix of Godalions getting the first goal for them. What happens here, Sabu?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, Kettle's just found himself with a pretty easy wall shot. I noticed as soon as the kickoff happened, Limits is just AFK completely. Just not playing. I wonder if he's had a connection issue or something, but we'll have to find out.
Yeah, have a quick look at the scoreboard. It doesn't seem to be like it, but the players have stopped, and it looks like there was some sort of technical issue, perhaps the side of Serenity. So, guess we will see what happens, but it may be a call for a restart of some kind.
Yeah, I think judging by how he was AFK from the start of the game, don't think Godalions have complained too much about that one.
Yeah. So I do believe it was a technical issue on that side. I guess, Sabi, you can ask them what's happened.
Okay, I had chat off. I was playing ones earlier, not my fault.
Yep.
Okay, Havoc says yes, so restart.
Yeah, so we'll restart from 0-0. It appears there was a technical issue earlier. Limits lost connection, so it looks like Limits has a technical problem on his end, so...
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Havoc saying Limits is glitched in spectator mode.
Ah, right, so that seems to be the issue. So we will get the match restarted. Jared invited me to his party for some reason. No, Jared, I don't want to join your party. I said oops and DM. So we will get the lobby restarted. It looks like Limits of the spectator bug, but that can be easily fixed. I think you can just rejoin the team, but yeah, stuff like that happens. But the issue happened before any goals were scored, so yeah, the teams are free to rejoin. So apologies, guys. So yeah, we will get ourselves back into this series. It was a very interesting turn of events, but we will be back in action momentarily.
See, we had no issues like this yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was playing.
Yeah. And
good
now,
luck to him, obviously.
instantly, we have these. So yeah, let's tell them to
Actually,
go
no, that's not true. Yesterday we had Azara joining the first series preemptively.
Yeah. Well,
I should probably click spectate.
yeah, well now we're into this one, ladies and gentlemen. restarting from 0-0 after a minor technical problem. We will now be getting underway. So let's see what happens in this series as we are getting started here. Here comes Drazel, getting this one out. And JR going up for this. Not actually reading Chaotic's misread, but who can blame him for that? Limits. Out to the side, Chaotic's back into the middle for Havoc. What he passed, but the shot is not going to be enough. And JR drops it for Drazel. So he can take this one down the field, putting this one to the center, looking for the flick, but Chaotix will be there for the save. Now Havoc, what he pinch to get this one out. JR out into the midfield. And now looking for a pass. Havoc puts it into the center. Drazel will be up for this. Tries to put it over to JR, but can't find a good angle on that. And Havoc will be having a piece of that one. Into the box limits. Goes over to the right side. Now looking to follow it up. Now JR is behind him. He tries to get a shot on down. Limits looking for demos, but cannot get contact on anybody. And Drazel looking to take himself. Boost is not on his side though. Here comes JR. Getting beats the ball by Havoc. And Limits crossing it over to Drazel. Has quite a bit of space to work with after that earlier demo. Havoc again up for that, making some pretty good challenges in this one. Trying to shut down Serenity. And now Horizon with a very wide shot. Here comes Chaotix. Limits getting a challenge, but he is demoed for his efforts. Now Havoc will put it back into the box. Drazel whiffs that clear, but it will not matter as Limits is there to cover for him. Now JR blocking that shot preemptively. Havoc into the corner. Here comes Drazel. Getting this one out. Now Horizon into the center. And JR pushing this one out. But yeah, we're almost 2 minutes in, Savvy. Looking pretty even so far. No one having many dangerous opportunities so far.
Yeah, I definitely noticed it's always going to be the case at the start of these playoffs, in every single series usually. The teams are just trying to feel each other out. They've got a lot of games ahead of them in the best of 7. And they know that to really get the edge, they need to start off cautiously, figure out where their opponents are going to be weak, and try and capitalise on those advantages that they can find.
Yeah, certainly. We've seen quite a lot of demos coming out in the midfield and then, either end. Just trying to open up as much space as possible. And I noticed Godalions going for quite a lot of passes, so we'll see how that works out. JR has got an air trouble going here, and they will actually convert it to get the first goal for Serenity.
Yeah, it looks like Joe's found that little weak spot that Godalions are going to have. Horizon there, struggling on the shadow defense. He doesn't quite get up in time. I think he might have been on low boost. He can't quite get the save. And Serenity won't complain about that one, 1-0.
Yeah, getting to the start they wanted, almost halfway through this game. JR, the man himself, opening up the scoring. Of course, Serenity are known for their solo plays. They go for quite a lot of them. And there's another one coming out the back there. And it's something they'll have to rely on quite a lot here for success. Both in some passing plays will have to come out as a double commit is there for Serenity. And Drazel will be the last man, but he'll surely have this, no bother. Now, have to clear it out. Misses that touch. JR does follow it up. Now Limits going up for this. Chaotix hasn't beat though. And this could be a really good chance here for Godalions as Horizon sends it off the corner wall. Now JR and Drazel up for that again. Quite a few double commits coming out for Serenity. They'll have to sort that out. But so far, Godalions couldn't capitalise on them. So now JR putting this one out to the corner. Here comes Horizon. Now, into the box. Chaotix will send it right away. Drazel dropping it down. And Limits getting a touch on that. Puts it over for JR, who's looking for that flick. He does get it, but Horizon will get the save. Now Drazel with the follow up onto the crossbar. And JR bumping the last man. And Limits gets a shot. Brilliant stuff here from Serenity to get their second goal.
Yeah, they've just shown their little advantage there in their very clinical rotation. Limits there ready to follow up. And the bump on the goalkeeper, as you mentioned, is enough to make it so awkward for Horizon. He can't get the save from a pretty much impossible position. And Serenity looking comfortable.
Yeah, for sure. They're just making some pretty smart plays here, working pretty well as a unit, considering the little time they spend actually playing with each other. So, looking pretty good so far, not gonna lie. As Havoc will get a pass on to Chaotix, looking to play it back, but the hit is a bit too hard. And now Drazel has his ball, but Horizon will be up for it. And Limits putting it over to JR on the sidewall, looking to play this one into the center, but Chaotix does get that block. And now here comes Limits to put even more. Puts a shot on net, but it is blocked away by Havoc. Now Chaotix putting it down the line, it is blocked away. And Havoc working this one to the box. Limits clears it out. Now Horizon turning on this, looking for a pop onto the backboard actually. Drazel misses the read, and it could be a shot chance for Horizon, but Drazel does manage to get down onto it. And now, here comes JR. Put it over to Drazel, looks to pass it back. They're making a lot of passes, small touches to each other. Now here comes Drazo onto the backboard. No follow-up will be coming through just yet. As our limits. Let's chip it into the corner. Can't do much more with it though. Now he is up for this. Puts it into the middle. Horizon. Pretty preemptive jump there. And 30 seconds left. Godalions cannot really find much here as this one is into the box. JR did have to jump because of Havoc chasing him down. Havoc trying to make work of this. JR will be looking to take it out. Now here comes Chaotix. Looking for a pass in the middle, but Drazo with a great challenge. Now Limits will look to follow it up. Puts the shot on net, and that'll be the third goal for Serenity to secure this game.
Yeah, again, just showing their consistency. Drazo with a fantastic 50-50, just bullying Chaotix there. Limits ready to follow it up. And Aether a little bit slow on the rotation. Havoc, again, not quite getting back in time. And giving Serenity an open net, so 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 for them. An excellent start for Serenity. It's what we expected out of them. Just playing so consistent throughout this game, and it has paid off for them. Just playing pretty well together. And of course making use of their own individual skill to bring themselves a win in this first game of the best of 7. This one will eventually touch the ground. Serenity are 1-0 up in this best of 7. Of course they do still have to find 3 more, but they'll definitely be happy with this really good start. We'll see how they continue in game 2. Game 2 getting going here in the series. Serenity Crimson getting off to a brilliant start. Now look to continue the momentum here as Limits is getting really aggressive here with that demo, pushing it in. JR, what an angle on that one to get the scoring open tier in the second game.
Yeah, what a play from Limits and JR here. Limits with a fantastic double touch after the demo. JR with the perfect angle read. Finds the net only 7 seconds in, and Serenity showing to keep their form from the first game.
Yeah, that was just, an incredible play though. Limits being so aggressive and getting that one into a perfect scoring position for JR. And the Godalions' Aether defense caught off guard by that. Now Havoc looking to make a response here, but he missed a touch on that one. Limits putting it downfield. Chaotix, the last man, looking to make work with this Drazo. Not getting the best 50 in the world. Now Chaotix over to Havoc, but he misses that completely. A really good chance there. Now Chaotix also whipping that ball, gives the ball over to Limits, but now Horizon looking to keep the pressure going. That's a mind game Drazo here, but Drazo's not going to fall for it, taking him out himself. Now Havoc getting a touch there. JR reads it so well, and looking for a touch off the corner wall here. Does get it, but Horizon will be there for it. Now Drazo out to the side. Havoc is up for it, but he misreads that, and now Drazo just puts it back to Limits. They're putting it crossfield, but Drazo gets in the way of that. Rather unfortunate, and Chaotix with the mid-air demo. Now Drazo again making a challenge. They're playing so fast, Serenity. Beating Godalions to a lot of the balls here. Now here comes Horizon. Onto the backward. Limited up for him. Misses the touch, and here comes Chaotix off the post. Havoc with the follow-up, but it's wide as well. So unfortunate for Godalions. They hit the post twice in that play. They will be kicking themselves with that one, and it is still 1-0 in this game.
Yeah, Havoc with the open net miss there, and very unfortunate from him. And Chaotix hitting the crossbar just before it. It's looking like Aether are really starting to put together a few plays, but they're not quite finding that final little touch, which is going to put it in the back of the net. So we'll have to see how they can step up being clinical in the rest of the series.
Yeah, definitely. Serenity, they're playing like so incredibly well right now, and you got to take every chance you get if you're Godalions if you want to have a chance against them. But They are definitely stepping it up from the last game, I feel like, Godalions, but they've still got a lot to improve on. I feel like they're getting beat to the ball quite a lot. But I feel like Serenity's still got their own issues. We've seen double commits, we saw one just there. But now, here comes Drazo, throwing it onto the backboard. Havoc is ready and waiting for it. Here comes Limits, down into the center for JR, but he was not ready for that one, unfortunately. He couldn't get the best touch, really. Now Drazo, thinking over one, looking to play the center for Limits. What a pass, but Havoc is there to shut it down. Now JR has a little bit of time to work with. Gets it past one. Here comes Drazo to intercept that one. Now JR coming in once more. Into the corner. Limits. Throwing it onto the backboard. Havoc will be there once more. Now JR getting a touch on that one. Drazo coming in for the block. And JR into the center. It is there for Havoc. He has the shot on net. Limits. The pretty comfortable save there. And he will play it down the field onto the backboard. Cross map play. Now JR here for the shot, puts it bottom corner, and the dynamic duo here, Limits and JR, doing it once more.
Yeah, Horizon looks like he hesitates a little bit there, takes a little bit too much time to try and get the clear. JR isn't missing that open net, so showing his quality once again, so 2-0 to Serenity Crimson.
Yeah, definitely playing so consistent right now and playing with a lot of speed, which is, you know, what the Serenity players are known for, really. And it's the best way for them to play, really, considering they're more of a pickup team. Just playing a little bit more of a ranked playstyle, if you call it, but of course they're playing with a lot more team play here, which they have to do against a team that's a bit more structured like Godalions. Now seeing JR here with the ceiling shot, oh my! JR showing his class here as he secures himself the hat-trick.
Yeah, it's a really nice shot there from JR, jumping off the ceiling. Almost getting a flip reset on that touch, but you'd expect Horizon to do a little bit better there off the backboard. Can't quite reach it, and it just floats in, and it looks like the last man wasn't expecting it, so Serenity are going to take that one, I'm sure.
Yeah, JR going for clips even in ECC playoffs, what a guy. And I will be seeing them continue the momentum, 3-0 now. Just showing their class. Now Chaotix getting a challenge, I take it right off JR. Havoc booming that down the field. Horizon could actually get this one to the center for Chaotix. The play was there, but JR with his speed there to shut it down. Now Drazo put this one into the corner. Chaotix down into the center. Limits can't get a read on that, but there's no one there to secure the goal. Now this one playing back down the field. JR getting a flip reset on that one. I think he was going to try and make a pass into the center with that. Now Drazo, the weak shot there. JR into the center for Limits. Throws it onto the backboard, but no one going to follow up for it. But there's no need for Serenity to overextend right now. 1 minute left. As Limits into the post, Horizon will send it away. And Drazo into the box. Chaotix booms it down the field. Now bouncing off the corner. Limits is there to block Havoc's shot. Chaotix out to the side. Drazo can't find that though. It is onto the post again though for Horizon. And now Havoc onto the back with the pressure mounting here. Chaotix will finally secure a goal for Godalions. Pressure again paying off here for the Godalion side.
Yeah, it's their first of the series, and it's been in the making. I mean, Chaotix and Havoc and Horizon have been trying to make those passes work all series long so far in these first 2 games, and finally finding that final shot. Chaotix with their 6th shot of the game, finally finding the back of the net. So only 3-1 now. A little bit of a mountain to climb in these last 33 seconds, but they can do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, certainly, but it's going to be difficult against Serenity. JR with another great shot, but Chaotix will be there to make that save. Now, JR looking for even more, but no boost to work with. Limits is up for this. Not the best touch in the world, and now Drazo will be forced to make a touch. The Chaotix for the shot on net. It is onto the post again, and JR was actually bumped, I think. Now Horizon coming in for one more. A bit of panic on the side of Serenity, but JR will keep his cool. Looking for the musty flick, but didn't have the best setup for it. And now this one, the clock running down. Havoc will be there to get another touch. Drazo clearing it back down the field. Now Horizon are just trying to keep it up, perhaps get the consolation if possible. But JR is saying no to that. To keep it up even more. Drazo, it will eventually touch, I'm sure. There we go, Havoc does kill it. Serenity Crimson get 2-0 up in this series. guys, we are here for the third game. Serenity Crimson is so dominant in this series so far, and they'll look to keep up their form going into this game. Let's see if they can do it. It's Horizon. On the backward, Havoc looking for the shot, but it is put wide off the net. And Drazo playing this one downfield. Here comes Horizon. Limits. Going to be crossing it to the side. Chaotix looking to turn on this perhaps, but he leaves it for Havoc. And Drazo plays it to the center for Limits, forcing the 50. Now JR is there for that. Drazo puts it right past the two defenders, but Havoc the last man there to make that save. Now Limits up for us, trying to find a block on that. Chaotix taking a lot of time here. Looking to bait in the defender, but JR is very patient. And now Drazo up for this. Chaotix touching this high, going for the second touch, and Drazo is demoed by Havoc, but still Serenity finding themselves in possession as JR looks for a shot potentially. Limits tried to redirect that one in, but couldn't find a touch on it. And Drazo, another lob boost, chips it over one. Here comes JR with a pre-flip, what on earth was that? Now Horizon, trying to put this one on net. Limits puts it high, but it could be another chance here, but Drazo, he actually misses the touch. Limits will be there for the follow-up though, to put it away, but a minute and a half in, looking pretty even between these two teams so far, Stabby.
Yeah, once again, Aether coming out strong here. They haven't. Well, they've managed to keep themselves looking very solid defensively. They've kept the ball in their opponent's half a reasonable amount considering the last few games, and they haven't really been whiffing much. Havoc had a nice chance for a shot earlier, although he kind of struggled to get the power and accuracy that he needed. We'll see how this can translate into goals because it's looking very close between these two teams.
Yeah, certainly. Serenity looks like they're struggling a little bit more to get it through as Godalions are playing a lot more solid in this game. But they have had quite a few opportunities, the Serenity side, so we'll see if they can convert one of them. So Limits is up for this, not a great touch. JR will be up for it, but he also misses it. I think he was expecting Horizon to perhaps touch that one. Now Drazo will be finding the shot, and finally Serenity do open up the scoring in this game.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a cast a curse there as we're talking about how consistent Aether have been. Chaotix just can't quite reach the aerial, he whiffs it and Drazo reads it quite nicely, finds the open net, and Serenity get themselves a nice breakaway goal, 1-0.
Yes, but there's still 3 minutes left. Godalions could get themselves back into this. They did manage to get themselves on the board last game. Now Havoc having to make that save. Chaotix into the centre, back to Havoc, gets it over Drazo. Now Chaotix again going for it, gets it past the last man, but here comes JR with the rotation. Now Drazo onto the backboard for JR potentially. Here he comes for the shot, trying to put it in, but the goal line save coming in for Godalions. Horizon and Chaotix linking up to get that one. Oh my goodness, here comes JR for one more, but there's the whiff there. Limits trying to find even more, but the Godalions defense will be clearing it away. Drazo trying to get that one, but Havoc will be playing it down the field. Horizon back to Havoc, but the pass wasn't good enough there. Now Horizon trying to jump onto that one. Here comes Drazo, clearing it back down the field. JR looks to be up for us actually, does land a touch I think. Now Limits, looking for the shot. Havoc with a great read on that. Trying to get a flick past Drazo, and now here comes Chaotix. It looks like to be a one-on-one, but JR just challenging him so early. And Drazo with that demo can hopefully open up a bit more space. Now Horizon, trying to place one to the centre. Got the flip reset on that. That was quite strange. And now Havoc with a shot on net. Drazo clearing it away. Here comes Chaotix with a touch onto the side. JR booming it back down the field. Now Horizon will be securing that clear. And still, even though Serenity had a few more chances themselves this game, still 1-0 to them.
Yeah, again, Serenity looking much more dominant after securing their first goal. Godalions really struggling at the moment to keep a run of play. They occasionally get these little passing sequences going, but then they seem to squander the opportunity as the shot doesn't has no power, or perhaps they just can't quite get the angle for a good shot. But saying that, Havoc trying to mid it to Horizon again, but again he can't find the shot.
Yeah, but the Godalions defense has been pretty strong despite, you know, that first goal. They've been struggling on the offense quite a bit. They just can't seem to get it past the final hurdle. They always seem to, you know, mess it up a little bit at some point during their passing plays. But despite that, they made some really nice saves. We saw that goal line save earlier from them to stop it from going to 2-0. Now Chaotix has a chance here. JR forced to send this one away. Rising back into the centre. Limits will be the one to put it to bed, and now Chaotix getting beat out by JR, looking for a second touch in this, but Horizon, or Havoc, sorry, will be there for that. And here comes Limits, banging it back down the field. 30 seconds left. Serenity just need to hold on to their lead, and they will be on match point as Limits challenging that one. Here comes JR. Bring it over to the right side. Drazo will get a hit on that. Bring it back into the corner. Now Havoc. Sling it down. JR will be intercepting that one. Now Horizon looking to get his one back out, but looks like their efforts will be futile here as there's 1 second left. The Serenity defense is too strong, and that'll be them on match point in this series.
Well, that's good. He's going to keep it up here, but looks like Drazo says no to that one.
Yeah, certainly. So Serenity, match point here, one more game and they'll be through to the finals of the Champions Division playoffs. Let's see if they can do it going into game 4. Alright, game 4 of this series about to get started up. Serenity Crimson looking so good so far in this series, and they'll look to keep the momentum rolling. They want to close it out in 4. Now Chaotix switching to the Fennec now. We'll see if this works out for now. Havoc in the Octane. And Horizon, what card does he appear to be in? It looks like the Fennec as well, actually. So all Godalions players making some card changes. Maybe this could be their plan for the reverse sweep. We'll see how it works out. There's limits. Taking it into the corner. Actually gets a really nice touch on that to get it center. I'm looking for one more, but can't get it. Now Havoc booming it onto the backboard. Jared pre-jumps a brilliant touch there to clear it. But Drazo can't get the follow-up, unfortunately. It will allow Godalions to keep pressure as Chaotix bar down, but Drazo will clear it off the line. And we were saying this earlier, Savvy, with the shooting of Godalions. They can always find a shot, but they always hit the crossbar, the post, and it happens once more. And it's got to be really frustrating for them, really.
Yeah, I think that's a problem that's going to have played them the whole time. And speaking of problems that have played them the whole time, Jaya has been one of them, and he's almost finding a double tap there, but it does get saved again. Although Limit's looking to try and convert, although Havoc ready for the block. They're looking so scrappy for Godalions at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. As Drazo can't really find that shot. I feel like Drazo's been struggling a little bit this series with finding touches on the ball, but thankfully the Godalions can't really capitalize much off of it. Their limits. Booming this back down the field. Chaotix getting a touch on that. Now Drazo into the center, but Limits was not prepared for that. Decides to rotate out instead. Could have really had a good opportunity there, but JR has an open net to work with. Havoc will make it back in time though. Now JR trying to play it center again. Limits jump for that. Now Drazo, the last man, he does a great job as the third man role, but this time he is beat to it. Horizon still can't find the shot though. Now JR has some time to work with. He's got Drazo to work with in the middle, trying to find a flick, but he can't connect on it. And Limits will be forced to track back. Havoc put this one into the corner. Here goes Horizon for the shot. Drazo with the save, and now JR pushing up for that one. Does get beats the ball. It is into the middle. Limits with a weak touch. Now Havoc up for the shot, but it is sent wide again. Really weak, and now will allow the Serenity defense to perhaps pull themselves together here, but they are really struggling. They're under so much pressure as JR is forced to make one other save here. And Chaotix into the middle. Here comes Havoc for the shot, but Drazo blocks it early. Now JR coming onto this, trying to make a play down the field, but Chaotix, a brilliant demo to shut down that attacking play. Now Drazo trying to get it out again, but Horizon with a brilliant pass to Chaotix. Over to Havoc, but JR shuts it down in the last hurdle. And Savvy, it seems like Godalions are playing a lot better now. They're having really strong rotations, getting the passing plays going, and they're putting Serenity under pressure, which is something they couldn't really do earlier in the series.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see if they can pull this off. As
No.
There we go, Chaotix finding the open net after a little defensive mishap on the backboard there. Really unfortunate, but it's great pressure to hit it all the way up there. Drazo unfortunately can't quite get the clear. Chaotix won't complain about that one. And their first lead in the series, 1-0.
Yeah, the first ever lead they've had this series, and they are going to be really happy with that. It was off the back of a defensive mistake from Drazel, which is really rare to see from any of the members of Serenity, rather. So, yeah, we will see how Serenity look to respond. They've been really struggling this game, as Limits has to get that save. And now, 2 players up here for Godalions. What a save from Limits off his own post, and Drazel will secure the clear. They are still holding on by a thread, it seems like, but they can surely come back into this one as Jared gets a challenge on that one. Here comes Havoc, putting it down for Chaotix into the middle, but he puts it so far back with a lot of power that Horizon can't really get to it immediately. Now into the middle, Jared has a great shooting opportunity, will put it on net by Chaotix. What a save. Limits. The follow-up is sent away by Horizon, and Drazel is demoed as well by Horizon, and will give an attacking chance. As Havoc puts it into the middle. Jared can't find a touch on that. Drazel looking for the block. Now Limits looking to put this one to the side. Not a lot of boost to work with. As now Drazel can't reach that one. Jared will be forced to make a save. Does get it. Great recovery from him. Now Jared into middle for Limits. Onto the back wall. The follow-up coming here for Drazel, but he misses the ball. And now Horizon onto the back wall. Looking to follow it up himself into the middle. Here comes Havoc for the shot. He does actually land it. And he gets it past the last man, and it is 2-0 now for Godalions.
Yeah, it's such an awkward shot from Havoc, but it's so effective. He finds the awkward read, gets it with his wheel, Limits doesn't see it coming, and sneaks it in behind him. That's such a weird shot from Havoc, but it's so well calculated, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, Havoc does manage to get a really strange shot, but he will not complain about that. They do now have a 2-0 lead over Serenity. Can Serenity get themselves back into this one? Drazel putting this one to the backboard. JR trying to drop it down for Limits, but Havoc immediately there to clear it. Now looking to clear it out himself. Drazel does stop it, but Horizon will just be there once more. Here comes Limits with a bagging shot on net. Chaotix will dive across the net to save it. And now 30 seconds left. Limits looking for something here. Drops it for JR, but it is saved once more by Horizon. Drazel back into the middle. Godalions just looking to play defense. Havoc trying to buy as much time as possible. Don't want to give Serenity anything as JR trying to put it on net, but his efforts are futile here. Now JR just pre-jumping this. That is mad from him, but I think he knows this game is over now. A 2-0 win for Godalions, just playing so well in this game here, Save.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by the bounce back ability. Maybe it was to do with the car change, or maybe just good timing on that one, but yeah, very impressed by them. We'll see if they can pull off this reverse sweep. They've got a mountain to climb again, but anything's possible.
Yeah, certainly they do get a game on the board, but we'll see if they can pull off this reverse sweep. Going to be very tough, but let's see what the Godalions can do. Here we go into the 5th game. Godalions finally get a game on the boards to deny the sweep for Serenity. And now the reverse sweep could be on for them. Now JR getting the flip reset onto the backboard. It's awkward. Chaotix actually blocks the clear from his teammate. And Limits coming in for that one. It's a scramble in the Godalions have to begin with, but it finally does get cleared out. And JR putting that one into the box. And apparently there are some more card changes coming out here. As now Limits has a free net, and Jared will just take it off of him to secure the first goal here for Serenity.
Yeah, cheeky little redirect from Jared. I'm noticing Havoc back in the Dominus after playing quite well in the Octane. I'm quite surprised by that one, but he can't quite get back in time in his Dominus, and Jaya finding the open net there for a nice early lead for Crimson, trying to deny the reverse sweep.
Yeah, for sure. They do not want to play any more games than necessary. They're probably a bit frustrated that they had to lose a game there. But they are looking to just do it in this 5th game here. A very strong start for them. So Drazo coming for this one off the corner wall. A Havoc. Couldn't find a touch on that. Chaotix getting the flick. The Limits into the center for Jerry. Does get the shot, but Horizon reads that well. The Limits back into the middle. Horizon going to take it over his own net. And does so successfully. No one challenging just yet. JR finally comes in for a touch, but Chaotix just bullying one of the Serenity players. It was Drazo. Now Horizon. It's just going to get interfered again by Drazo, just doing it back to him. Now Chaotix. Havoc getting this one onto the backboards. Drazo. Try to take this one, but Havoc puts it into the center. Limits. Let's intercept that one. Now, a little bit of confusion in the side of Serenity on who wants to go for the ball. Chaotix will get that one. Horizon trying to play it middle. It is onto the backboard. Drazo will be up for this. Now Horizon with a potential shot. It does go in off the post. And it will be all tied up here as we are a minute and a half into this game.
Yeah, such a cheeky shot from Horizon there. Draco, again, awkward on the backboard like we saw in the previous game, leading to Aether's first goal. And it happens again here, Horizon having to find a much more awkward shot than last time, but manages to find the bottom corner and it's all tied up again.
Yeah, certainly. And now Limits trying to get this one out. Drazo getting a touch into the corner. Now he looks to play it all the way down the field, going for the air dribble. Now Jared going to go for the redirect once more. Jared with the bait and switch there on his teammate there to get the 2nd goal for Serenity.
Yeah, Jared again showing off a bit of quality there. It's a really nice angle redirect. Havoc just isn't ready for it and Chaotix can't get back in time. So Serenity looking again to shut out this series before it can get any more problematic for them.
Yeah, for sure. Jared with his shooting there, just very clinical. He's really doing bits in the offense here as he goes for another flip reset, saves it for quite a bit, but he couldn't land another touch. Now Limits will be forced to clear this one away. Misses the touch actually, and Chaotix will tie it up straight away here for Godalions.
That's another mistake on the backboard. I think it's been maybe 3 out of 5 of the goals that Aether have scored this series have been whiffs on the backboard or poor touches on the backboard. So Serenity really need to step up the backboard defense if they want to shut out this series, because Aether are finding that weak point and I'm sure they're going to take advantage of it if they can.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier when Serenity actually played against it was AVX in the last week of league play. They struggled a lot with the backboards, and AVX did a great job to exploit that. And here comes the Godalions again. They're doing a great job to get goals from it. It just seems like backboard defense is a huge struggle for Serenity, and if they could just clean up that one, adjust their rotation to cover the backboard a lot more, then I feel like they would have less issues coming into this one. But now they have to play this one down the field. They're a little bit confused as to who's to go for the ball. Limits will be picking this one up, dropping it down into middle. Chaotix bangs it onto the backboard. Now Limits intercepting that one. Drazo putting it onto the backboards potentially. Chaotix is there for it. Now JR looking to take his time with this one. Puts it past one, puts it past the second, looking for the bump, but Horizon does recognise that and gets the pinch to secure a clear. Now Limits down the field. Havoc gets a save. Horizon is there. Limits into the centre. Drazo trying to get the shot. He tried to dunk the defender. And now Serenity have a lot of pressure on the Godalion side here. So Chaotix trying to play this one down the field. Flicks it high. Limits will be up for that one. And looking to play this one into the middle. Here comes Drazo. Should have put this one into the middle. But still Savvy. It's now looking pretty neck and neck between these two teams. A minute and a half left. Anything could really happen. There's another shot. Oh my, Horizon finally converts it. 3-2 now.
Yeah, Aether picking up another lead in this series here, and the last time they had a lead, they did manage to shut out the game. Horizon with a perfect shot there, absolutely banging it into the top shelf. Aether here putting on a good show for us as they're not going down without a fight.
Yeah, certainly. See how this series continues to play out. As Havoc does miss that one. Chaotix puts it into the corner. Drazo putting it high. Here comes Horizon to clear it away, but now Limits looking to play it himself. Chaotix with another save. And he will continue to play it as Havoc. Chaotix going for the demo on Drazo, but he couldn't get it. Jared will be turning on this. There's plenty of boost to work with, but he delays so much for that potential flick. But now the demo coming out. Havoc responding with one of his own to make it a temporary 2v2. So Limits and Jared going for that one, but they get a very nice clear to put this one down the field. Now Jared looking for the read, can't get it. Limits coming in, trying to pile on pressure. Here comes Drazo for the shot, but it's off the post and sent away. But Jared looking to keep the pressure going as Horizon gets a weak touch there into the middle for Drazo. He tries to get the shot, but Havoc another great save. And now Chaotix trying to play this one back down the field, looking for the shot, but it is wide. JR, probably not a lot of boost to work with. Havoc onto the backboard once more. Limits has to come in for this one, but Horizon again securing himself the hat trick, and that's 4-2 now for Godalions.
Yeah, backboard defense again, missing in action for Serenity Crimson. Horizon with all the time in the world to find the aerial, and just to add insult to injury, he hits it into the top corner. So Horizon there feeling confident. Aether with a 2-goal lead, and Serenity needs 2 goals in 38 seconds here to try and take this to overtime.
Yeah, and it's looking very unlikely as Godalions have looked very strong on defense, especially in the second half of this game. Serenity just can't find a way through, it seems like, as Horizon tries to pass it off the backboard. Now, Havoc just looking to kill as much time as possible as he gets that pinch. And no one going here for Serenity yet. Drace will be the one to do it. Limit's looking for a potential doink there. Jero into the middle. Horizon is an easy save for him. Jero just playing it back into his own half. Havoc will be playing it into the center. Potential for one more. Drazo saves the shot for Horizon. Now Chaotix is played into the sides. And as we see, the ball touched the ground now. Godalions Aether get their second of the game. The reverse sweep really coming on here. Can they get themselves to the 7th game? We'll see what happens in game 6. Could this be the reverse sweep for Godalions? We're going to have to find out. They found 2 in a row. Playing very well in the previous 2 games. We'll see if they can keep their momentum on a roll here. Let's see what happens as Havoc playing this one onto the backboards. Now Jazel playing this one downfield with JR. JR's now in the Octane now. Perhaps he's not feeling it in the Dominus at the moment, but very interesting change coming up for him now. Is a full Octane squad on the side of Serenity. And here comes Chaotix off the backboard, trying to drop it for Horizon, but it lands in the hands of Drazo, who's playing this one out himself. Now Horizon just looking to delay for the rotation. He actually turns on it and goes for a shot. Limits has to make the save. Now Havoc trying for a shot. It is wide. Jared will secure the clear. Now Limits looking for a fast play down the field. Here comes Chaotix making that save. Now Chaotix once more putting this down the field, looking for the read off the corner wall. Limits playing that one out. Drazo trying to find a pass back. Now playing it across his own goal. Here comes Havoc, bangs it onto the back where Limits is there. And JR pinches it out. Limits bring it into the center, but Chaotix intercepts immediately. Over to Havoc, who's looking to play at center potentially. Is down into the box. Now JR will be going for this, but again Savvy, just like the past couple games, in fact, it will be Horizon getting the first goal in this series. Or game, sorry. Oh my, Godalions continuing the momentum once more.
Yeah, again, they've really just picked up right where they left off. Horizon so quick into the air, finding the perfect shot. Just keeping it calm, keeping it collected into the bottom right-hand corner. And Godalions Aether really impressing us at the moment. They've managed to pick up a lot of pressure, and they've been really clinical and consistent in these past few games.
Yeah, certainly is. Now, this one's going to be going down the field for Godalions. Into their own half. Havoc trying to get this one out, but now it is put back out by Limits again. And Drazo trying to put this one into the center perhaps. Chaotix a bit of an awkward spot for this, but he does manage to land a touch, and Havoc will follow it up. And Limits is about to pass it futile. There's no one back for Serenity. A bit of a misplay here coming out, and Chaotix will find a second goal.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to take his time for it there. He's had a bit of space and he sees the open net. Jaya not back in time, and Drazo can't either, so takes the shot into the bottom left-hand corner again. Perfect placement from Chaotix, and Aether looking so good at the moment.
Yeah, certainly is. Now JR putting the shot on net. Chaotix will be there for the save. And Limits getting a touch on that. Drazel putting this one to the side. JR is up for this. And Drazel again putting this one into the corner. Havoc trying to get this one back to his teammate perhaps. Now the shot on net for Limits. What a play coming out here from Serenity to get a response finally.
Yeah, again, looking to show off some plays that they were having earlier in the day. Limits there with a perfect shot over Horizon, who just isn't quite ready for it, and pretty much perfect placement, and the goalkeeper doesn't stand a chance there. And Serenity, again, not looking to get easily reverse swept here by Aether.
Yeah, they're trying to end it in this game if they can. He's still got 3 minutes to work with, so everything's possible here for Serenity. They know what they're capable of, it's just that they've got to find a way to break this gameplay here for Godalions because they're looking so good. His Limits trying to find a shot. The angle was there, but Chaotix got the save. Now Havoc with the demo on Drazer will give his team time to set up an attack, but Limits will be able to shot it down, but he misses the touch actually. It will hand into the hands of Drazel though. As their Horizon blocks him on that one. JR trying to play this one himself, looking for the pass down to Drazel perhaps. And Limits coming in for this one. Booms it down the field, but Horizon will surely have this one. Try to take control of it. And Limits off the corner wall. Getting the corner read! Oh my god, what a shot from Limits to tie it up!
Limits absolutely insane here. Getting it off the wall. Perfect read off the corner, which is so difficult to make, and he hits it into the net. The goalkeeper doesn't stand a chance. And Serenity Crimson popping off once again, looking to shut it down in 6 games.
Yeah, I told you the mechanical skill on Serenity. They're finally making great use of it here. If they get the space, they will do something with it. And now Serenity, it looks like they're finding some confidence in themselves once again to come back with a 2-goal deficit. This is incredible for Serenity. The plays they're making in this series alone, just spectacular. As now, Drazel into the side. JR putting this one off the back wall. Here comes Limits for another shot potentially. Havoc blocking that one. Now Horizon onto the side. Drazel missing that touchstone. He does give a chance here, but JR again with a very aggressive challenge. He seems to be really good with those, knows when and when not to challenge, and he always does this with success. As Horizon gets that demo. It looks like the Godalions are struggling a little bit in their half here. As our Horizon with that block. Limits putting this one out. And now here comes Drazel. Havoc trying to dribble this one down the field. Here comes Limits. JR will be there. Is into the corner. And Chaotix. 1 minute left for the side of Godalions. They want to get this game to force game 7, but Serenity look a lot better coming into this game after coming back from that deficit. And here comes Horizon. Drazel is up for this as well. Double commit. Chaotix, the last man, does make good work, but JR is still going to be piling on some pressure here. Trying to work this one to center, but he can't find a touch. And Havoc with the one to force this one away. He does get the second block. This one's dropping down into the goal perhaps, but it's off the crossbar. Oh my, that was so close there for Godalions, but Serenity dodge a bullet again. 25 seconds. Havoc with another shot chance, but it is too weak. Limits into the corner. Now Horizon putting this one to the center. JR playing it down. Havoc still trying to keep some pressure on if possible. Drazel clearing this one out. Horizon going to turn onto this, but he does see JR there. Now last chance here. Can Serenity do it in regulation as it is into the Godalions half? Limits into the center. Here comes Jared to make the heroic play. It is off the crossbar. And still the desperation attempt coming in for Serenity, but it is dropped onto the ground. Overtime here. 1 goal for Serenity, and they'll be through to the final.
Yeah, this is looking so close. You can definitely tell both teams have started to hesitate a lot more. They're playing a lot more passive, and they're very scared to drop this game, because obviously Serenity know that if they drop here, they're going to have to play game 7, and nobody wants to play game 7s. But Aether, they want this so bad, but they know they can't afford to lose this game, as that'll see them out of the tournament, out of the playoffs, well into the 3rd place match. They're looking for the win here, so we'll see how these teams are going to shape up in this overtime.
Yep, and here comes Horizon with the mind game. Drazel does manage to deny it though. They almost had the game there, and now Limits is up for this, puts it down the field. Horizon puts it back down. Drazel is there. Jared looking for the redirect here, puts it onto the backboard. The follow-up coming here for Drazel, but Horizon does manage to get the save. Havoc put this one down the field. Limits does get the touch on that. Now Horizon playing this one back out again. Here comes Drazel into the center. Chaotix will be picking this one up. Now JR in the block again, looking to make a play here. It's off the corner wall, but it is read by Havoc. Now Limits back into the center. There's putting so much pressure on Godalions right now. Serenity want this so bad, but they aren't finding a way through just yet, as Godalions are holding on so well. And so Drazel is up for the shot, and he will secure it for Serenity Crimson. They will be in the finals after making such an incredible comeback in Game 6. They will close out the series 4-2 here.
It's a fantastic redirect by Drazer. So ready for the pass off the wall from Jaya. And Drazer there. He struggled a little bit earlier in the series with his defense especially, but he's proving that he's not scared and he's going to step up in this big moment here. Serenity Crimson when they need him most, and commiserations to Godalions Aether because they played so well in these past 3 games.
Yes, certainly, but they couldn't get it to the 7th game. They couldn't get a reverse sweep. But Serenity Crimson, they closed it out and they played so incredibly well. Gotta say props to them. They made some beautiful plays in this series. You know, from that ceiling shot earlier from Jared to that corner read in that last game there from Limits. It was just incredible to see. So yeah, congrats to both those. Well, congrats to Serenity, should I say, for making it to the finals. And of course, Godalions, Aether, congratulations. Good luck in the 3rd place